purpose of this video is to show you how to set out the Module 4 credit quiz. Now what I've done is I've gotten to question 3, which is in the practice quiz, and the practice quiz requires the same setting out as the credit quiz does. Now in question 3 I've taken liberty of going ahead and doing the problem out on a separate sheet of paper, just as you should when you're doing these problems, trying not to just go ahead and put the numbers in as you see them on the screen. That can often lead to errors. Now looking at this particular problem, this is the way it's set out, and you can see that it corresponds with the method that I've used here in the problem. And you can see what each of these numbers is supposed to represent in the final setting out. So up here we've got, this is item 1, this is item 2, this is item 3, this is item 4, this is item 5, and this over here will be item 6. So what it's going to be a matter of now is going ahead and just putting those numbers into the problem. Let me get my thing back here. There we go. Alright, so now we can just go ahead and type those numbers in. We've got 28 mils. And I'm typing in exactly as they appear in the problem. 18 mils, 10 dot mils. I'll discuss this one in a little bit, exactly why it's 10 dot and not just 10. Down here we've got 10.00 grams. Down here we'll have the 10 dot mils again. As you can see, I'm just copying them down as they appear on the working. And then we've got 1.0 grams per mil as the final answer. And there you go. So hopefully when I put that in, it'll come out as being 100% correct. As you can see, the corresponding numbers beside each box are on the right hand side, and you're just putting those numbers in as they appear here. Let me talk a little bit about the difference between 10 dot mils and 10 mils. Now this is going to blow your minds, but it turns out that numbers or measurements are not just numbers, exact numbers. There is a difference between 10 dot mils and 10 mils. Let me talk about what those differences are. If you were to put 28 minus 18 into your calculator, this is the number you're going to come up with, just straight 10. You're not going to see a dot beside it. The difference is as follows. 10 dot mils actually represents a number that lies somewhere in between 10.4 and 9.5. Now what I'm saying here is that if you were to round any number that lies within this range, between 10.4 and 9.5, to two significant figures, or in this case 0 decimal places, that's what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with 10 dot. Now if you were to take 14 and 5 and round it to one significant figure, then what you're going to get is 10. What I'm asking you is, which do you think represents the desired accuracy of this number? When you look at 28 minus 18, do you believe it's a number between 10.4 and 9.5, or do you believe it represents a number between 14 and 5? I'd say it represents the top one. That's the desired accuracy of the number. And the reason we're putting the dot here is because it is required by significant figure rules.